Okay, so now that we have had a chance to look at how each individual pieces go together, we're going to mix and match here and use some combinations. And I'm just going to show you some of the things that I use the combination or in combination. There's a few of these pieces that have to be absolute and that you have to use together. And one of them is whenever you use the plane O-matic, where you're working on the plane at the top, you have to use the width producer also. Okay, and the reason for that is again, so the arms don't get past where the plexiglass is here. So these two pieces have to go together, okay? So go ahead and take your setup tie. And what we have here in this station is we're working on the plane at the top. We're trying to stay wider, and I put the takeaway pole so he doesn't take it too far inside now that he knows that this is in place. We also have on the follow-through side, which you can use just about for any of the combinations, is the anti-slide wall. And Ty's got a great swing, so he doesn't have much problem with that, so I just threw that in for him here anyway. Okay, so go ahead and take a slow swing. And whenever you use the combinations like this, okay, go ahead and go through real slow. What you want to do is you want students to make slow practice swings first. This is imperative. You never want to just throw a ball down and let them go to town. You want to have them make lots of practice swings, nice and slow. And again, depending on the student's ability, what I tend to do is probably use one or two pieces at a time. And then as the student gets better at that, then you can add more pieces. You can put mix and match and put 4 or 5 actually on there at one time. Right now we've got 4. So now that you've made a slow swing, go ahead and make a swing more like you would if you were hitting a ball here, all the way back and through. Okay, and the one thing that I found in using these in combination, because people are aware of where these are in space, they really slow their tempo down, especially going back, which is always kind of a benefit. It's always a hard thing to get people to slow down, but because this is in place and they don't want to hit anything, they automatically slow down, which is nothing but a good thing. So what we'll do now is show you another combination. Okay, this combination we've set up is basically for someone who's really coming over the top, maybe a poor takeaway coming over the top in their transition, and then also with a bad follow-through. So we've got the SP pole right here. Yep, so it moves away. We have the insider and the saddle. So Ty's going to take his setup, and we're going to get everything adjusted, which we've already done, so that this is about 4 inches from his shoulder. To take away the club head, the outside of the club head just goes above the tire. Take it up to the top real slow. Okay, and then in the downswing, the insider forces his arms to the inside, and the tire, or the saddle, I always refer to it as the tire, the saddle will not allow the club to come over the top, okay, or even what we call kind of over the bottom. So the insider is going to control the arms in the downswing, and the saddle is going to control the club head. And then coming through, the pole right here is going to control, go ahead and take your setup, I'm sorry. It's going to control his hand path. All right, why don't you make a slow swing in there, a couple of real slow swings. Okay, good. Now go ahead and make a little more of a normal pace swing. Very good. Okay, so, you know, like we talked about before, it would be very important maybe to start out with just the insider. Let the student hit some balls with just the insider. Then we introduce the saddle after maybe 10 or 20 swings, and then they get used to that and have them make several practice swings until they can make the swing and hit the ground, and then go ahead and let them hit some balls, and then maybe as a third thing at the end, if they can handle it, that you put in this pole to work on their follow-through, and pretty soon they're making swings and doing all 3 things, you know, without thinking about it. So that's a great combination. This combination also with these 2 pieces, you could use that follow-through bar, okay, the post-impact bar, where you put the bar out where the student his hands have to actually hit the foam. That would be another thing that you could use to work on the follow-through side if you didn't want to use this. Now let's go ahead and look at another combination.